How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I'm doing something a little bit different. I asked all of you to predict the next big collection reward in MLB The Show 21, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, this big collection will be released tomorrow, probably around 12 p.m. noon Pacific time, when they come out with all the other updates in the game, and I'm extremely excited for this, right? We have a Legends and Flashback collection already in the game, and we can expect to see at least one more reward after the one we're going to get tomorrow, right? I would think that we would get at least 3 rewards here, potentially 4 or 5 different collections throughout the year. But for this next one, I put out a tweet on Twitter asking, with a poll, who do you think will be the next collection reward? And from the selections that I've chosen, right, Clayton Kershaw, Fernando Tatis, Roberto Clemente, or Hank Aaron, it looks like Hank Aaron is in the lead, and a couple other people have also commented a few different players. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video, because I really wanted to make it all about you guys, right? You all predicting this next big collection reward. Clayton Kershaw received the least amount of votes on my poll, but if he were to be included in this collection, I think it would be a pretty good choice, right? Like, this card would be a dominant left-handed pitcher. You could argue, right, if you paralleled this card up, that he could compete with some of the best pitchers in the entire game. Even this Cy Young version, who did not necessarily throw as hard, but still would be very effective, right? Just lower in the velocity. Everything else is right around the same. I don't necessarily think we'll get Clayton Kershaw included, but I thought it would be cool to include a pitcher in the poll just in case other people thought that Kershaw would be included. We also have Willie Mays. A couple people commented saying that Willie Mays could, of course, be the reward. I think that would be a great selection. It would be an endgame legend. You could argue, right, if we got this MVP version paralleled up to the 5th tier, that he would be one of the best cards we've ever seen in Diamond Dynasty. Could be the best card all around that we've ever had in MLB The Show, depending on how you like Willie Mays' swing. But we could also see Ken Griffey Jr., who might have a little bit of a better swing in the game, but also would be, extremely valuable. Could be an endgame legend that someone would use for the rest of the year. Also might be a little too early to release a couple of these players. We could potentially see Fernando Tatis Jr. included. He's been hurt a couple times this year. He had this Player of the Month card in last year's game. But some other opinions from other people are also kind of what I'm thinking, right? That this Fernando Tatis could be included in a monthly collection, something separate from the Legends and Flashbacks, something directly related to the monthly award cards that we are going to get in the next couple of days. A lot of people are thinking Joey Votto. A lot of people are thinking Juan Soto. Players like that could be included in that to go along with Schwarber, Marcus Semien, and Byron Buxton. We could see, in a few weeks, right, in a couple of months, potentially 2 months, that Fernando Tatis is released into the game. But that's just speculation, right? All of this is speculation. I am prepared for this new collection. The only thing I don't have are the prospect cards. And I don't think you're going to need at least a voucher from each of these specific card varieties. I did purchase the brand new finest Daniel Vogelbach for like 22,000 stubs. I know I might have overpaid for that card, but you might need to collect that finest player for this new collection because it's a brand new card. They haven't really released a lot of these, prospect cards recently. We haven't seen a few of these series cards get added, like 42 cards. Those are finished. Certain things like that we might not need any longer. But I am going to be prepared, right? I do have a lot of extra players. I have a lot of cards I can sell. A lot of players that I've been investing in. I might be, one player short for the Future Stars series. I might be a couple players short of the second half series. So I need to be able to have some stubs stashed away into some of these different players. That way I can sell my extras. For example, 9 Raleigh Fingers cards. For example, 16 Kevin Biggio's, 8 Juris Familia cards. Those cards should go up in price, theoretically, and I will be able to sell them and buy some other cards that I might need for the collection if I don't have enough players. But I like kind of where I'm at. I'm shooting for around double or 2 times the amount of players necessary for the first part of the collection. I would think that they could potentially double the players required. But I know that some of the card types don't necessarily have as many as others, right? Like a few of the card types might not necessarily be able to double in the amount that you can collect. But for the most part, I think we're pretty close to that. And I wanted to finish this video off with some gameplay. I was able to hop into this most recent event, and I'm earning enough wins for the Prime Jake McGee card. I think Prime cards are going to be extremely valuable. You had to collect 4 the first time, and now I think you're going to have to collect 8 to 10, right? We could actually see a few of those card types more than double in the amount required, depending on what the developers go with, what they're kind of thinking, and that will put an opportunity cost on this collection. But I think it's worth it, right? If you're able to complete this collection, even though the cards might be up in price, you might as well complete it, because any cards you collect from here on out will be added to the additional collection that's in the future, and you're able to use all those players that you lock in, right? Every single player that I lock in makes them non-sellable. I'm not able to sell them, but I am able to keep them and use them in the future. A lot of people have asked me that specific question, so I just wanted to simply clarify. If you've been watching my videos for a long time, you might already know that. That was mainly for new people that might be playing the game for the first time. But with that being said, we're going to get into some of the event gameplay. I had an immaculate inning with Fergie Jenkins, and this opponent also sent me a message on Twitter. I said good game to this opponent. For some reason, they did throw a couple pitches down the middle of the plate. They just said they just gave up for some reason. This was one of them where the computer just automatically throws a fastball. I think he might have put his controller down, but like I mentioned in the previous times, right, whenever that type of thing happens, I'll always let you know, because I didn't know this person, right? I'm just playing the event, trying to get 25 wins, and we will in fact do that. We're up 9 runs here in the bottom of the second. We're going to go ahead and hop into another one. This opponent had the brand new Kenley Jansen, and obviously, right, with some of these predictions, there are a lot of other players that we could see, right? Like this Kenley Jansen would have been a good reward to include in a big collection, but we already got Mo, so we probably won't see another reliever, and we might not even see another pitcher. So if you have different predictions, let me know who it is in the comment section. If you get it right, I am going to go ahead and pick somebody who comments the correct player for this big collection, and I'm going to message them, look to give them a $10 PSN code or a Microsoft code. So let me know who you think it's going to be. I'm College Lefty, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out and have a great day.